We're with Robert Gibson, and I'm Rainiel Hooten. I'm his interviewer for the Rancho Bernardo Historical Society series on oral histories. And the date is 3/16/2015. Okay, now I'll start asking you questions.
Oh, what do I?
I'm going to start asking you questions.
Oh, you are, huh? Okay.
Which, is this better, or should I be over there?
Probably here, it's closer, yeah.
Okay. Okay, when were you born?
Where?
When and where?
Boston, Massachusetts.
Yeah,
Yeah.
in
And that,
December 11th,
December 11th, 1923.
1923.
Yeah.
Okay. When did you move to Rancho Bernardo?
In 1970.
Did you move into your home that you live in now, or?
Yes. Yeah, came directly here, yeah. The
Yeah.
only one, lived almost 45 years right here.
Wow.
Yeah.
So what was it like when you first moved here?
What was it like, what?
When you first moved here?
It was eternal spring, not this crazy weather we're having now, eternal spring. Of course, in Boston itself too, we used to say, you don't like the weather, wait a minute.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But what was the community like? Was it as big as it is now?
No way, nowhere near. I don't know the exact figures, but nowhere near as big. Yeah.
So it was a small knit community,
Yeah.
and everybody knew you and you knew everybody.
Well, I knew a few people. But unlike this, some other friends of mine, I knew everybody here, but I'm not outgoing as far as meeting people, you know.
Yeah. But you have watched Rancho Bernardo grow.
And grow it has, it certainly has.
Now, you and your late wife, Marge.
My Boston wife was Marge.
Yeah.
And she passed away from cancer. And then I remarried again, it was Carol McDaniel Gibson. Wait, you knew Carol?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But what's significant about Marge, and you as well, is that you were responsible for the symphony on the
I'm
green.
sorry, I can't.
Oh, I'm sorry. You were responsible for starting the symphony on the green.
Yes. Marge was very much responsible for that, and Spirit of the Fourth also. Yeah.
How did it get started? Do you remember?
So
The
how?
symphony on the green.
What?
How did it get started?
How did it get started? Well, Marge got together with I can't think of his name even. Two guys, and I think they're both passed on now. Yeah, and they discussed having something like this, and they decided on having a lot of entertainment, a lot of famous band conductors. And we had from Boston, we had Arthur Fiedler. For long 50 years, he was symphony head of our symphony orchestra there. Yeah, and so on and on. And that's as far as my memory goes. It goes,
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it was held at the RBN. It was held at the RBN.
Yes. Yeah.
And everybody came.
Everybody came. Yes, they sure did. They sure did. Then we were on the driving range, golf driving range outside. And yeah. Oh, they came by. Sometimes we had as many as 10,000 there.
Oh, really?
Yeah. In the beginning, and of course it dwindled off. Yeah.
But it was well known throughout San Diego County.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. That's true. Yeah.
How many years was it here?
I'm sorry.
How many years did Symphony on the Green run?
How long did it go?
Yeah.
Oh, gosh. Several years. I can't remember the exact number of years, but it was several years. And of course, other kinds of entertainment were happening all around Escondido and so forth. So the attendance dropped off somewhat, of course, because of other happenings. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
What are some of the things you remember most about early Rancho Bernardo?
Well, I remember how it was like it was a small community where everybody knew everybody. Everybody knew everybody, you know. And it was very friendly. Initially, Marge, being a New England, born and raised as I was, didn't particularly like the idea of coming way out here, you know. So I came out a couple of months ahead of the time and staked out some place downtown and a few places, and I came out here last. And when I brought her out, I took her on the same route. She said, no, she didn't. Okay, and she got to come over the hill. I saw the hills here and so forth. Oh, that looks beautiful. You know, this is beautiful. And she got into volunteerism galore. She was in everything. I mean, you know,
Yeah.
she was in it. Yeah, yeah.
She wrote an article for Bernardo Brandings.
She wrote out. Yeah, she was. Yeah, that's right. She wrote out. That's right. She did that. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So then, yeah, of course, you know, I noticed a lot of obits, which I read obits just to get ideas of what obits look like, you know. And I see most of them say that if they were in the military, they always mention the military.
Yeah.
And so forth. Because you know, I guess you know, I was in the Marine Corps during World War II.
Yeah, tell us how you got your,
I'm sorry?
tell us how you got your Purple Heart.
Oh, yes, yes, oh, yes. Yes, I was wounded, finally, in Peleliu, wounded. And like in so much, back then, a lot of records were lost. And they lost the record for my Purple Heart. So anyway, Carol, she says, for goodness sake, you deserve that, you know. So she talked to Tom Richards, who's now, remember him?
Yeah.
Colonel, yeah. And he's since passed away too, I understand.
Yes.
Yeah. And he said he'll try to help, but there's a lot of, it would take forever, because, and I said, forget it, you know.
But you were wounded on this island.
Yeah, I was wounded in Peleliu. I went through about four battles, New Guinea and Cape Coast, about four. And the last one was Peleliu. And I was wounded there with a mortar shell, you know. They shipped me off to the Admiralty Islands for recovery. I was there for about 3 or 4 months, and then I shipped out of medical discharge because of that, you know. So, and of course, in between some of the battles, we had 85% of the division had malaria. 1st Marine Division had malaria. So we had to go to Australia for R&R. We had to go to Australia for R&R. And, you know, we're supposed to be there maybe a couple months and back to the next battle. But instead we spent 10 months, a little longer than 10 months. And of course we all said, oh, do we have to leave here? And of course all of us say, oh, we love you, Yanks, you saved our country. Of course we did. The Japanese were coming in through Darwin. And we did indeed save their country. So they said, it was so, well, we got to go, we got to do our duty, so we'll go back into battle again, you know. Yeah, so that's how that went, yeah.
What was your profession in Boston?
Well, I was in the airline business. I was district sales manager for New England for many airlines. TWA, Eastern Airlines was the first one. That's belonged to Kaput, of course. And I wanted to get into the international. I love the idea of travel in general. So I joined the Italian Air, Alitalia, and I joined Lufthansa, and had the advantage of travel because of being in the airline. So Marge and I traveled all over the place, you know. Yeah. So anyway, That's about it. Here I am, right here.
Yeah, but they originally sent you back to San Diego.
Yes, yes. After I was on in the Admiralty Island, where I was recovering from my wounds, then they shipped me back. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Via San Francisco into here. Yeah, and here I am still. More or less above ground, but anything you write out bit-wise.
Well, this isn't
I'm
an
going
obituary.
to say, don't. Just recently on TV, there were 5 people in the obituaries, and they were as wide awake as could be. That's happened before, I understand.
Oh, yeah.
So put it in a safe someplace. Hide it. I mean, later.
Bob, what were your parents' names?
Lionel, my father had, let's see, how many middle names? Lionel, Atwater, Huntington, Hamilton, Gibson. My mother's name was Violet Wagner, or Violet Wagner. Yeah. They're both Canadian. Came down from New Brunswick and Nova Scotia. Yeah. So, that's what it is.
So then they moved to Boston and you were born, you and your sister were born in Boston?
I'm sorry?
You and your sister were born in Boston?
Yes, I had 2 sisters. One was killed on an automobile accident, the older sister, and the other one is still living. She's 98 now and living in Huntington Beach. And she's doesn't look it, and so forth. But she's stubborn about vanity. I called several times, I don't think you've got to have cataract, for your eyes, so you can see something. No, don't want to see that. And the hearing aid, well, somebody will see that coming out there, and somebody will see that coming out here. And she's not well now. She's, her daughter brought her, she used to live in Wellesley, Mass, at Wellesley College.
Yeah.
And so when Eldine's husband passed away, Marcia, the daughter, said, "You're not going to sit in that big house in Wellesley alone." So she came up, got her, and they built a special apartment for her, And that's where they're still living on Huntington Beach.
Yeah. So what do you like about Rancho Bernardo today?
What I think, I love it. I think it was, it's wonderful. I think it's something it's wonderful. Of course, it's grown so much, not as cozy, but it's wonderful. I love it. I love it here. Yeah, yeah.
And you still get around a lot. You still drive.
A little, not much. I got a very bad right leg. It's got arthritic here and neuropathy down here. So anyway, because one of my caregivers, somebody drives me if I have to go to a doctor's appointment on the freeway. They drive me. So I don't do anything beyond that. I go to Sprouts. That's 4 minutes from here. I go to Aldi's. That's another 4 minutes. 5 minutes. So, and I do venture to, well, Target's close too, and Walmart, still close. Yeah. So that's about the extent of my, yeah. So that's how it was heading west.
Well, but you belong to several organizations here.
So do you. Same with RBBA. We both belong to. Historical Society.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I used to belong to the RB Social Club.
Yeah, that was a big deal here for a long time.
Back then, yeah, that's,
yeah.
Of course, I don't go to that anymore.
Yeah, it's still around.
And I go to RBBA on occasion when I feel up to it. And you've driven me the times I'm going, Did you go to the last one, at the courtyard?
No, that's tomorrow night.
Oh, tomorrow, yeah, that's right. Yeah. So that's it.
So it keeps you going, huh?
Huh? I'm tired. Okay.
Is there,
I got a dog.
well, is there something else that you want to tell us that I haven't covered?
No, I think we've covered everything with my background and so forth and so on. I think it's well covered.
You didn't have children.
No, Marge had 2 miscarriages. Marge, so never had any. Yeah.
So he adopted me.
Yeah. Yeah. So anyway. Yeah.
Anyway.
Okay.
So I think we're done.
That's this, huh?
Yeah.
Das ist alles. Okay.
Was that easy?
You,
Push this.
so I'd be happy or sad.
Huh?